Hi, good morning, and welcome to our meditation. Today is the 26th of August. I would like to read in Proverbs chapter 15, verse 13. A happy heart makes the face cheerful, but heartache crushes the spirit. You might have noticed that you don't need to say very much, and the people will ask you, "Are you all right?" Because your face will show what is in your heart. We have been meditating and singing the word of the Lord that the mouth will speak of what you have in your heart. But here he's saying that your whole face will show what you have in your heart. So God has got for us a solution as for the words and also for the whole face, for your whole face. He wants to transform your heart. He wants to transform our hearts daily. Because when your heart is prepared, whatever comes your way, you'll be able to face it. Not with your own strength, but in the strength of the Lord. I can all things, says Paul, in the one who is my strength. Proverbs chapter 25, verse 28, like a city whose walls are broken through, is a person who lacks self-control. I don't see, if you are European, if you come from the Middle East, if you come from a country where there's been cities for centuries, you understand what this text is talking about. I live near, I was born in Brazil, so in Brazil we won't find that, but here, where I live in the Basque country, there is a town called Bayona, who has been there for nearly 2,000 years. It's a very old town. The Romans were there, the Visigoths were there, the Basques have been there all the time. And you can still see parts of the walls of the town. A town near the border with Spain, and Spain and France were always at war in the Middle Ages. So this town needed that wall to be protected. He's saying here that a person who cannot control his spirit, his heart, is like a city whose walls are broken. There is no wall around your heart, so you cannot control yourself. You say things that you shouldn't say, and your face will show what is in your heart. God wants to transform your heart so people will see that you have been born from above. I met a person once when I lived in the north of France who said that she knew a lady whose daughter had a terrible illness, but she was always cheerful, that lady. And I was told about what the people used to say about that lady whose daughter had a terrible illness was that she was born from above. They saw in her face that though she went through a terrible time because her daughter was crippled and her daughter might not have lived a long time, she still had a joy in her heart. So what was the secret of that lady? So people who saw her knew that she was born from above, not because the lady told them, but it's because they could see it in her face. Persecuted but not abandoned, struck down but not destroyed, says Paul in 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 9. When he was in prison, Paul wrote Ephesians, Philippians, Colossians, Philemon. And when you read letters like Ephesians, you realize that Paul was in the heavenly places, though he was in prison. He could say, I rejoice in the Lord when he was in prison. Why? Because there was a wall around his heart. So people could see that he was filled with joy, though he was going through a terrible time of persecution. Proverbs 16:32 says, better a patient person than a warrior, one with self-control than one who takes a city. People are looking for heroes, but God are looking for broken people whose walls are protected by his spirit. These people will change the world. God bless you.